Everyone's talking about FIRE, which is financial independence, retirement early. But is there an alternative? I think there is, and I know there is. So I read the 4-Hour Work Week, Escape the 9 to 5 by Tim Ferriss, and he talks about mini vacations. And I think that this is a much more achievable goal versus early retirement. And they both have their pros and cons, but at the end of the day, they're both philosophies that value enjoying your life now and not waiting until you're 60, 70, 80 years old to do the things that you've always wanted to do. So let's start with FIRE, financial independence, retirement early. The pros are that you are financially independent. You can do what you want to do. You have saved enough money that you never have to work again. That is the whole concept of FIRE, that you never have to work again. This doesn't mean necessarily that you have all of the money, but you have streams, you have income streams, or you have interest, or you have a portfolio, or you have rental income. You have something in place that is paying you monthly, and income that you're receiving monthly is paying for your lifestyle. Usually also with FIRE, you're moving to a less expensive part of the world. So let's say you move to Mexico or Spain or Portugal. You're taking your US dollars, like let's say you rent out 3 properties. So you're taking those US dollars, that income per month, and spending it in euros or pesos. So that's the whole idea. So that's a huge benefit of the freedom, financial freedom, and also your time freedom. But there are cons, such as it usually takes a great deal of discipline to be able to achieve FIRE. So you're working and you're saving and you're saving and you're saving. And for a lot of people, that period of saving and building this portfolio or this passive stream of income, it can be a really arduous task, even more so if you're doing it alone. A lot of people that you see with FIRE, they're a couple, they're moving together, they're saving together. So there's 2 people building to this goal. And if you're a single person, or if you're a single person with kids, that can be more challenging than for other people in different situations. And it also depends on how much money you make. If you're making 6 figures, multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, it can be easier, definitely easier to save and to build this passive streams of income and to build a portfolio. If you're making less than, let's say, $50,000, that can be challenging to get to this number, this savings where you never have to work again. The other concept is mini retirements. The other concept is mini retirements. And this is something Tim Ferriss talks about in his book. And it's basically that you negotiate remote work with your employer. And this was long before COVID. He was talking about this long before remote work was so common. And so you either work remotely, or if that isn't an option for you, then you take a sabbatical, a hiatus, a pause in your employment, and you go enjoy your life for an extended period of time. And that could be a month, that could be a couple of months, that could be a year. But the goal is to experience that freedom with your time, and to pursue your passions, your interests, your hobbies now, and not wait until you're in your 60s or 70s. And there's nothing wrong with waiting until you're in your 60s or 70s, but maybe you want to enjoy that freedom a little earlier. And so with the mini retirements, the pros are the same. They're very similar to FIRE in that you have this independence, your financial independence, and you have your freedom. So with the mini retirements, you save up for that particular trip. You save up for that month, you save up for that year. And the idea is the same with FIRE, that you go somewhere that is less expensive and where your money can take you further for a longer period of time. So maybe your rent isn't $2,000 a month, now your rent is $600 a month. And so you can live for a couple of months off of what you used to spend in just 1 month. And in that time, you can learn language, you can read books, you can escape, you can just live and just be and regroup and rest and recoup. And that is the benefit. So the cons of mini retirement is that you have to go back to work at some point. And for some people, stopping and enjoying this level of freedom and then having to go back, that can really be something that is an adjustment and something that they may not necessarily want to do. So those are the two philosophies that I found to be really interesting in regarding retiring early and taking mini retirements. I think for me, I would do the mini retirements until I have built something where I feel like I can retire early. And at the same token, I'm not sure if I'll ever retire early. I think I will just slow down and cut back on work. I'm really not sure if I would cut out work completely. And you can still build towards FIRE even while taking mini retirements. You can still have those and still build rentals or other businesses to provide that passive stream of income. So what do you guys think? Which one do you think is better? Is it worth the sacrifice for FIRE? Is the mini retirement a better plan? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.